Hello guys, my name is Alec, this is channel Igrokive. In this video I show you the game Mafia the Old Country. Come with me to see a cool story in Old Italy. The game has nice pictures and fun play. I will show you the people in the game and their adventures. It's a great game, let's start.
I do. To become a man of honor, repeat these words. I swear my loyalty to this family. My flesh has to burn like this saint. If I do not keep my oath, welcome. Hail burns because it can only come from someone close.
Hands off! We can't let them get away!
When Isabella became involved, it became our business.
Vicky Puttana!
He died for my father, for his honor. I won't let you do the same.
We have a traitor.
It stays between me and you. It's family. Loyalty is everything.
We do not always get to choose what we do.
We can choose who we are.
And who are you? And
The Old Country is an origin story for the Mafia universe, and as such, it's both a step forward and a return to the fundamentals of the franchise. Premium experience in the vein of early Mafia games, with a linear narrative set against a stunning, authentic backdrop of 1900 Sicily. Whether you're using a knife or a gun, using stealth or in a shootout, this is brutal and grounded in all the best ways. Painstakingly created with the utmost authenticity and detail using Unreal Engine 5.
In this world, Enzo, loyalty, honor, obedience, they set the man apart from the rest. You took care of Messina, but this matter is not yet resolved.
Certo, signore.
Will you help me bring it to a close? Of course, Tanto Risi. Come in.
To deliver the promise to a player that you're going to play a classic mob movie. Mafia the Old Country is a linear crime drama set against a beautiful Sicilian backdrop. The first step for us was to make sure that we were nailing all of the things that players expect from a Mafia game. The quality of its storytelling, how immersive it is, how authentic it is. Previous Mafia games have been set in big American cities. We've taken the action and we've put our story in rural Sicily, in the place where the Mafia began.
You really feel like you're transported into another time. It feels really unique and different, but yet really familiar. Players are really going to enjoy that aspect of it.
Our entry point for making these crime dramas is always the protagonist. We wanted to make sure that our main character, Enzo Favara, lives up to the standard which we've set in the past, and I hope in some ways even exceeds that.
All of the men in this room are bound by blood.
Enzo grows up in a sulfur mine. He's one of a bunch of children that are sold to the mine owners at this point, setting in that cultural difference.
This is a distinctive experience.
It's particularly suited to the Sicilian setting.
We've really been able to push the boat, everything.
You know, one of the big ones, I think that's the level of immersion that we want, and it allows people, I think, to really suspend their disbelief and go along for the ride.
Enzo is beautifully rendered in the game, and I think he's one of the most compelling.
The story pulls you through really quickly, and at the end, it takes your breath away, and it's one that you're not going to want to spoil for your friends.
The visuals and the storytelling are absolutely next level.
Our setting's completely distinctive. Our story is completely unique. This is a game that you haven't played before. The best crime...
Come in. Bravery is not common in this world.
again.
Had a big role in our project.
Every single car is created by a craftsman, so every car's got a kind of a hand-built feeling to it.
It won't last much longer.
The cars are loud, a kind of a hair-raising experience.
Our goal was
Pretty fun.
Die!
And the vibe that we want to achieve.
The music underscores the emotional content of the cinematic or of the gameplay experience. The music, in a way, makes the graphics look much better than they would do otherwise.
There is as well the diegetic music. It means this is the music that is happening into real game world, such as street musicians or miners in the silver mine singing their labor songs. All these are songs blending into each other.
In our game, the
Body
ambience...
history in Sicily, their life expectancy is short, and they're essentially seen as disposable.
Enzo turns to crime as a means to make something of himself. The odds are stacked against him. So what does he do? He sees an opportunity for himself to gain some status, to gain some respect.
Do you wish to commit to this family?
I do.
Swearing the oath is the chance for him to finally be accepted. He's found a family. It's the thing he's been searching for his entire life, but it comes at a cost.
I think players are in for an emotional roller coaster. The high stakes of the Mafia life present opportunities for us as storytellers to take players and put players through the ringer, really, in terms of what happens to a character, what happens to them in the game.
You again.
So the high intensity combat, cover play, cover shooting, set by these beautiful cinematics, the combat so much more meaningful because you're fighting for something you really believe in.
And so we wanted to take that philosophy from the storytelling and make sure that it was consistent in the gameplay.
You know, whether you come for that white knuckle driving experience, we have that in Mafia: The Old Country, but it's unique.
There's some downbeats, and I think that's what makes Mafia missions and the general experience so interesting, is that we're constantly trying to...
With guns, and we wanted the combat to feel like there was a scarcity of resources, so you have to be more tactical in the way that you approach combat. The knife has been, it's a part of Sicilian culture.
Kind of vibe. So when players are in a knife duel, when they're in a gunfight,
My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
it's about the characters, it's about the music, it's about the story, it's about the setting, it's about the vistas, it's about the vehicles, it's everything.
It's a time-honored tradition steeped in secrecy, and there's this sort of deep honor that we see within the Teresi family and within the characters there.
The characters' relationships with each other, the way they behave, is very much influenced by
live in that world.
No more running.
Maybe even more naive and fresh-faced than we see him in the game.
I'm going far away from this place, Gaetano. Never coming back.
Enzo is a badass, right? Enzo is a dangerous guy. But he also has this other side to him where he's very human and approachable. He's trying to figure some of this stuff out in the same way players are as they encounter him in the game.
Has been really, really amazing. It's a real pleasure to watch.
People might talk.
And what would they say?
Hopefully a very memorable introduction into Sicily and to Enzo's experience. That's there to really make players form a relationship with the cast. You can form a relationship with the experience. I think is fantastic.
The ambience, they need to be immersive. That's why we recorded many voice lines with it.
The soundscapes that you will hear throughout the country will sound and feel very different from going to a market in a town. And it was a sort of collaboration between...
The vibe is completely unique.
What are you doing?
Looking for Luca.
How is he here? Sticking around where you don't belong will be the last thing you do. Capisti?
In Mafia: The Old Country, our story is actually very grounded. It's a very kind of personal story. It's really important that those characters do feel believable. They feel like they live.
You have a name. Enzo. All right, Enzo. Let's go.
These assets.
Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family?
I do. It's a whole new tag.
In this room, are bound by blood. This is a family. And in this family, we follow a code of honor. It is not forgiving. To betray one is to betray all. Do you wish to commit yourself, your life, to this family? An enemy can't hurt you like a friend.
Who are you?
Sono Enzo. I work here.
My friends, my family, my beautiful daughter, Isabella.
Don Torrisi looks out for people around here. Sometimes the client is feeling less than cooperative and we need to,
teach them a lesson.
remind them of their obligations.
This is between us and Spadaro.
Where I come from, commitment means everything. If this is how he wants it, this is how it'll be.
The Dons noticed you, Enzo. This is an opportunity.
Do you wish to commit to this family?